Grand Canyon, a gorgeous place, widely known around the world. Beautiful, stunning. Lots of people around the world want to come to see that. But what if I tell you that on the other side of the globe something similar exists and it's conveniently placed just outside the city and you can take even public transport to get there? Welcome to Krasnoyarsk, the Pillars National Park. So, this is naturally formed place on the territory of almost 500 square kilometers, 880 to be precise. And this place is truly unique. Why? Let's start with the pillars. Naturally formed after several volcanic eruptions in an ancient times, and after that, centuries of polishing by wind, snow, and rain. Besides the mountains itself, there is an infrastructure inside. There are 67 kilometers of hanging wooden roads, and you must only use them. Why, you ask? Oh, it's simple. It's to prevent damaging ecosystem of the trees, its roots, for example. If some trees and bushes are damaged, some rare birds and rare trees that took this place as their habitat might suffer. And on top of that, it's always better to use actual roads, don't you think? Apart from the rare birds, trees and plants, there are pillars, or stolby in Russian. Basically, when the park was just an uninhabited place, just forest to put it simply, some people started going to this location just to hike or climb the actual pillars. This all started back in 18th century, and as the time passed, area became widely known by not only the locals but for the whole Russia. People from another cities started to gather there, and in 19th century something called the Pillars Hikers Society, or Stolbisty in Russian, was formed. It was a small group of people who dedicated their whole lives to a certain lifestyle, climbing the mountains, living in the forest shacks for days. They've done it all. As you might know from your history classes, 20th century wasn't particularly calm or something like that from the start to finish for Russia, USSR at the time. So there were some political convicts who tried to hide in this forest or in the mountains, and the whole society of hikers haven't had exactly good relations with the authorities in general. At the time, there were lots of phrases written on the different mountains, badly referring to the regime, and some curse words, of course. As the time moves, some huts were made by people in this society. They even got themselves different rules. For example, in these shacks you may find some necessities like wood or toilet paper. Some stuff will be lying under 1 or 2 or 3 rocks. Depending on how many rocks you see on a pile of stuff, you can use it without replacing it, using and replacing it with something else, and some things you absolutely cannot touch or use. During the 20th century, many rock climbers came to hike or climb on top of the pillars, but not all of them succeeded or even made it out alive. This is how a graveyard was born in this place. Nowadays, it is quite wide and well kept by the national park staff. The mountains took many hikers and never returned them back. The Pillars Park, as you can see, is a piece with tons of history in itself. Nowadays, you can just take an evening stroll there or go to extreme and go straight into Siberia forest that surrounds these pillars. This is all for today. Thank you for watching.